to make.
It's kind of hard to take.
I have to make it.
It's kind of hard to
Let's see. Geno calling Jules a oh my God, we saw this horrible clip.
I have it if you want to see it.
And I don't want to hear from you right now because I watched this clip. I'm disgusted with you. You're like a floozy. Here, I hope this isn't. If this
Sorry.
is. No. Don't say anything. If this is true, believe me, you're on a fucking boat back to that Canada. I'm going to play you this. Yeah, of course. We've got a lot of stuff from Geno and Aaron. These are great. These are short. You didn't see that. These are short ones. We played for you on a couple of shows ago. Geno brought up RedBar on his show In Hot Water, and Aaron Berg, but I actually liked that show. Yeah, they talked about us, how we split a filet between 9 people. So this Christmas party talk, remember when I brought up the compound Christmas party and I said, this thing was cheap, man. They all had to eat from a buffet and they had one filet for 25 people. They all had to split it up like Mickey Mouse in the Holocaust, where he takes a razor blade and slices the bread so paper thin that it melts in the sauce. They're really hung up on this dish, and I thought they were actually coming around. It turns out they're not. They've brought us up about 4 times on their last show, and apparently they do an extra show for 300 people each week called Gum Fridays. I didn't know this is what this was. So Geno does a Patreon now. In Hot Water has a Patreon. They're not getting paid enough from Compound Media. They had to start a GoFundMe, a Patreon, where they beg for donations. Oh, you give us $5, we'll give you a digital high five and a salute. You give us $10, you'll get 1 extra show per month.
Seems like double dipping to me. They already have to pay to subscribe to the show in the first place.
They have to pay. Compound Media isn't free. This would be like if I had the Scars Club and then Scars Club 2, and you had to pay to listen to the free show and then pay double to listen to the pay show. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. You have to pay to be a subscriber of Compound Media, and then you have to pay for their bonus content on a separate platform. That ain't right. So they've got this show, and then I thought of it too, because they're so stupid they think they're bragging. They listed on their Patreon how many subscribers they have, and they only have 300. So they have 300 people paying $5 a month. Do the math. They have to split it between 4 or 5 people a month, and they have to do shows for 300 people. Now, this is the part where they don't really realize how much of a waste this is. They're doing a whole broadcast for only 300 people. Yes, these people are paying, but now you're doing a show for only 300 people. It doesn't seem hardly worth it, although I would do a show for 50 people. Okay. So they're doing Gum Fridays, and we watched a couple clips from Geno and Aaron from In Hot Water, and it seemed like they were really coming around and love RedBar. I'm, in fact, going to go with this. Let me play you this one. This is from In Hot Water. Remember, Greg Butera watches so that we don't have to.
Love that guy.
Let's play this. He said, Aaron and Flatbroke Geno were discussing drugs, and look what came up. These guys are regular watchers of RedBar, and if they don't watch live, they're Scars members or something. Listen to this.
And by the way, Rob, our intern, tell him I need more of that Z Skittles. That purple shit. He gave me some weed at the holiday party where we split 1 filet between 9 of us. Yes. And it was phenomenal. By the way, shout out, loving RedBar.
Okay, this is the 3rd time it's been mentioned. Why would... I've said terrible things about the 2 of these guys over the years. This filet business, the splitting the filet, this is the 3rd mention of it. Why are they so rattled by this splitting of the filet? Okay.
And why are they all doing this tactic on us? I'd like to know. So first Aaron loves us, now Chrissy loves us.
Well, you know, there's a different thing. RedBar goes out of its way on purpose. This is what we do for enjoyment. We love this. Okay? They claim that our show is garbage and that it's nothing but criticizing people and watching people.
It's boring.
And there's no content. It's boring. So we have an excuse for watching their show and playing all these clips. This is what we do. This is fun. What's their excuse for watching RedBar?
If it sucks so much.
If RedBar sucks, their show isn't about talking about people. Their show isn't about shitting on people. So why are they watching RedBar?
And they're never shitting on us.
Now,
they're never
I get
making fun of us back.
Exactly. I watch all the shows because that's the business we're in. We watch so that you don't have to. But they claim that that's stupid. So why are they watching RedBar? Unless they just can't get enough of it. It's like they're sadomasos where I got to hear what he said about me. We're watching for entertainment purposes. They're watching because they're really shook. Let's hear what they say.
And by the way, Rob, our intern, tell him I need more of that Z Skittles. That purple shit. He gave me some weed at the holiday party where we split one fillet between 9 of us.
Yes.
And it was phenomenal.
Water.
By the way, shout out, loving RedBar.
Oh,
You've been watching it?
killing it, dude.
Love it.
Killing it.
Love it. I
Absolutely
think
so.
he's a fan of ours, too.
Oh,
Of the show. And we're going to Chicago. I guess Jim Weber hasn't gotten back
You
to
ain't
us. He
stepping
offered
foot
us
in my
March
city.
the 6th or the
Same place?
7th.
If I see you, I'm going to crack your jaw. Just kidding.
North Bar.
love North Bar.
And then if you want, I'm going to close the deal on Cleveland, but Hilarity's just taking too long to get back to me. So
Okay, Family Guy, Cleveland Brown, of course. Brown.
That just reminded me of Jeremiah.
Yes,
Do
pull
you
that
want-
up.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll pull it up. Ooh, I'm scratching my ace.
Oh my God, stop. I legitimately
just
heard
kidding.
you doing that. Oh, stop.
It's the chair.
Why
my
would
it.
you be scratching a chair?
Because it's itchy. Haven't you heard of bed bugs? We sleep on itchy beds. I sit on itchy chairs. It's a line from ASAP Ferg.
Oh.
I remember growing up, we sleep on an itchy bed. You know what an itchy bed is? It's slang for a bed covered in bed bugs. I got an itchy chair, not an itchy ass.
Very smooth.
I mean, come on. You got to give me props for that cover up. Listen, this is overtime. It was a bit. It was a joke. All right. They're talking about it. So this is the third mention of this RedBar. Why are they so rattled that we're making fun of the fillet? I mean, come on. And then we found this tape. Now, this is really disturbing. It's a secret video from Gum Fridays, and an In Hot Water fan taped this, and I saw some rumblings about this last week. I saw a comment. Someone says, Mike, care to explain why Geno called your wife a whore? And
How
I said
come
to
you didn't tell
myself,
me about this?
I don't want you to say anything during this
Why?
because I have this all planned out.
Oh.
So I say to myself, I go, my wife's a whore? Oh, good. Then I hear this tape, and I'm thinking, if this is true, we have some huge problems. So this is, and Jules, I hope you're being honest here. I've hooked her up to what's called what is the official name for a lie detector thing with that guy who comes with a polygraph? And this is scheduled for next week. Because if what Geno says is true about you, it's fucking over. Okay? So we're going to play this tape. Now, we're going to give Jules the benefit of the doubt here today. We're going to listen to what Geno says about her, and then I'm going to look Jules in the eye. I'll know
I'm nervous.
if she's lying. Because I do fall asleep early, and I do see footsteps leading to the outside. We're going to watch this tape. We're going to judge Jules fairly after this. Is everybody okay with this?
Not me. I'm scared.
You're not okay? Let's watch this tape because Geno has something to say about Jules that I did not know. So let's hear.
You win by getting all the railroads. Okay, but
This is really bizarre. I do have to bring this up, not to distract people, but this is a filmed tape. And
Nobody
you get this.
happens to have a Patreon membership to their thing, do they?
It's too late. I got to get going with this
you're
clip.
right.
It's filmed. So the person who submitted this tape to the internet is filming it on his phone. Now he's filming it vertically, and it starts out with this guy, and he's wearing shorts. It's middle of the winter. He's wearing shorts. It's this big white leg, and it's going like this. Look at this. I'll show you this video. And it starts out as a tape of a man's knee going, ay caramba, I've never seen a knee go like this.
you win by getting all the railroads. Okay, but thank you. It's a joke. You win.
Look, I mean, it is like a guy who is about to get busted for, it's like that movie Good Time. When he
Yeah.
thought the cops was coming. This guy, I can't even do it that fast. I'm too drunk. And I don't have enough energy. Let me show you this again. This guy's leg is going faster than, what's his name? Mike. Who's that guy who's ready? He got Parkinson's disease. He was on Family Ties, Back to the Future.
Michael.
The main. Wow, isn't that weird?
Wow, fuck.
Family Ties, Back to the Future. The main fucking character in Back to the Future.
I literally can't think of his name.
Can't think of his name. I know he had Parkinson's. I know that.
Legacy. Back to the
Yeah,
Future.
good
guy.
job, man. We can't remember the fucking lead of Back to the Future. I mean, come on, that's nuts. Michael J. Fox.
Okay, I would not have guessed that.
Michael J. Fox vibrates less than the guy filming this. So watch this, and the title of this video is In Hot Water, Geno Disconte strikes back at Mike on RedBar. RedBar Mike has a chip on his shoulder about Compound Media. Geno Disconte on Gum Fridays finally sets the record straight. Sorry about the shaky leg holding the camera.
Jesus.
And then there's a list that just says RedBar Mike, Compound Media, In Hot Water, whore.
Oh my God.
It's not tags. It's just a list of text that says that. So I see this and I'm fucking shaking more than this guy, but out of fear. Let's see what happens.
You win by getting all the railroads. Okay, thank you. It's a joke. You win by getting gasworks. My point is, if you
Okay, finally,
if you ever played
he puts the thing up to the screen. It almost looks like he's watching this at the gas station on one of those pump screens that they play all the Jay Leno and the promotions. I don't know what this is,
It's
but
his phone on a desk.
it's his phone on a desk and he's filming that. Okay.
But with what? He has two phones?
This is so
One for the
crazy
plug.
that you couldn't just rip it. I mean, just rip it. Okay, let's see what he does.
the railroads. Okay, thank you. It's a joke. You win by getting gasworks. My point is, if you ever played, I really did it just so he would sing. This is where Geno does his act. Was I didn't sing that. This is a Geno joke. It's a different.
Did you get your pack of baseball cards, Geno?
We did.
Where's my baseball cards?
Right here. Fan sent us a pack of baseball cards.
I don't get the pack.
Here
I
it
got.
comes.
Like our fan, by the way, Thor von Magnuson, the guy that we used to go by Hawk, this guy was such a big fan. Like, we used to have a podcast. By the way, that podcast that makes fun of, that tries to fucking, bust our balls all the time, they were at it again.
Come Town.
No. Dude, let me
The
say
Mark Maron WTF.
let me say his name just because it's fun.
Baby.
Because it's Friday. There's a podcast called
Let me say his name. So they have been instructed to not say his name. Because he asked, he goes, let me say his name this time. So they have been told, don't bring up RedBar. And if you have to, don't say his name. That's what they've been instructed.
That's crazy.
That's nuts.
What is even so scary
That would be
about
like
us?
if I did Fool's coverage but never said the names and just said, this man from New York said this.
That's like in Drake's interview about Pusha.
Yeah,
He was like,
Drake-
that guy.
Drake would not say Pusha T's name in a recent interview 2 years after the "you are hiding a child." He wouldn't. He goes, "There is a man who made it." You are a huge pussy if you're afraid to reference the guy, because what that comes from is I don't want people to go check him out. I don't want people to listen to any of it. I'm not going to say the name. If you know, you know. If you don't, that's a fool's fucking move. I mean, really. Okay. So he asks permission. Can I say his name?
No. Dude, let me
The
say
Mark Maron WTF.
let me say his name just because it's fun.
Baby.
Because it's Friday. There's a podcast called RedBar.
What?
The guy is an absolute fucking failure.
What?
He's a loser. His co-host
I
is...
kind of like the show. It's pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, it's fun to
it
watch
once in a
because
while.
you don't care. And the woman he married is some whore that fucked every comedian in Chicago that makes fun of RedBar.
This is the part that I heard and I said, I don't want to hear your answer now. We're going to work this out in social psychology. But if you fucked any of the comics that made... I didn't know there were comics that made fun of RedBar. We're not saying
Chicago
anything.
comics.
Let's just pretend that it is real. And by pretend, I don't know if it's real. You might have fucked them all. You're
Cameron
good.
Esposito.
You're good at that stuff.
Kumail.
Don't say anything. Here at RedBar, we
TJ Miller.
we don't deny things here at RedBar. Did she fuck? We're going to find out. Did she suck? We don't know. Did she open up her whole body for these people?
Did I open my
I have
body?
stop. We have no idea. we don't deny anything here. You'll never hear us defend a thing here at Red Bar. We leave it up to you. Did Jules fuck them all? Did I sit here going, damn it? Dang it. She's fucking them again. She's fucking all the comics that hate me. Did you fuck Joey Diaz?
He's not from Chicago,
Get
so I
over here.
can't.
Oh. Who's
I only do Chicago comics, remember?
So you fucked...
Kumail, Cameron
he's not
Esposito.
from here.
What? I thought you said he was.
Get over here, baby.
That
Well, let's hear him out.
Okay.
Let's hear him
I
out.
just
This is
wanna
the
hear.
first time I'm hearing of this.
Guess that makes fun of that tries to fucking, bust our balls all the time. They were at it again.
Come down.
No. Dude, let me
The
say
Mark Maron WTF.
let me say his name just because it's fun.
Baby.
Because it's Friday. There's a podcast called RedBar. And the guy is an absolute fucking failure. He's a loser. He's co-host.
I kind of like the show. It's pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, it's fun to watch because you don't care. And like,
What?
and the woman he married is some whore that fucked every comedian in Chicago that makes fun of Red Bar. He has like 15 listeners. And I'm doing this because he won't show this clip. And it's been verified by a podcast called Who Are These Podcasts, and make fun of him. And then here's why I feel sad. Like, we do this podcast and we go out and we meet people like you. Yeah. You know what I mean? And we do live remotes like Comedians of the Compound. And me and Berg tour. And I'm about to do a project called Hot Mic, which I'll tell you guys about later.
Whoa.
This guy just sits in his apartment, sends out a podcast, and just watches. He spends his life watching other podcasts and then just trying to fucking badmouth them. And this is the only thing that bugged me about like what someone showed me the link. Remember we were bragging instead of like.
So something bugged him. This is the only thing that's bugged him. Let's hear what he says. This is what bugged him. Someone sent him the link.
Showed me the link. Remember we were bragging instead of like we went out for a company dinner. And they gave us, and watch this, if you're watching, show this because you win. They gave us like a choice of a menu, and I chose the steak. Thank you. You're so fucking smart. I chose the steak medallions, and it was like filet medallions. But since
I had the steak too, and so did Steve.
Filet medallions. He's talking about filet medallions, right? I can't.
It's been like 3 weeks since this party, and
So this
nobody
is
can get
the
enough.
fourth mention about their problem with me mentioning that they split the filet. Let's hear this.
steak medallions, and it was like filet medallions. But since
I had the steak too, and so did Steve. But then Steve, he said his asshole was torn apart like a day later. And Garrett also threw up, which I later found out now by
Watch
reading the
this. This
news
gets
is
worse.
because of eggs. He ate tainted eggs. Did you have eggs that morning?
no, see,
Yeah, it was the eggs.
it's
Okay,
a rite of
shut up.
passage. What we do is when me and Berg bring in a new guy, we take him out for steak, but we drug their steak and then we rape them in the ass, and they wind up in the emergency room with anal trauma to the top of their jeans.
I saw you pulling down your pants. I was wondering what that was about.
Steve.
Oh, was that on?
Earmuffs, Steve.
But the one thing that bothered me is he makes up such ridiculous stories. It's like,
The one thing that... Okay, let's get back to it because it was a little hectic there. The one thing that bothers me is he makes up ridiculous stories. I can't wait to hear
Neither.
what kind of ridiculous story this could be that would bother Geno. Here it comes.
so me and Berg are saying like, but instead of us giving steak medallions, they gave us entire filet. So we each got an entire filet, and they're like, so he's like, this is what he does. Like, so they had to split one filet among all of them, and it's like,
Why?
but people, it's sad, but.
Okay, cut them. Can this be any better?
You're better than
This is his
Geno.
problem that they've been hung up on for 4? He's telling people that we split fillets. Yeah, it's called a joke. Ehrenberg should know this.
I know, stop
This
him.
is what's bothering you, that you split a fillet? You did. I mean, we called the restaurant. It was a pasta night.
You should call them one last time today and ask them if Geno split a filet.
The one thing that bothers him is that I said they split a filet, but no, they got their own 6-ounce filet each. Let's hear this again.
Drug their steak, and then we raped them in the ass, and they wind up in the emergency room with anal trauma to the top of their jeans.
I saw you pulling down your pants. I was wondering what that was about.
Steve.
Oh, was that on?
Earmuffs, Steve.
But the one thing that bothered me is he makes up such ridiculous stories. It's like, so me and Berg are saying like, but instead of us giving steak medallions, they gave us entire filet. So we each got an entire filet, and they're like, so he's like, this is what he does. Like, so they had to split one filet among all of them, and it's like,
Why?
But people,
She's trying to pretend.
Sad. But this is the thing. I will say this again. Put this clip out. RedBar, I do. I watch sometimes, and I pity a pathetic man that has no life, never leaves his house.
Wait, he watches some. Listen to this. RedBar, I do. I watch sometimes.
Oh my God.
But what are you watching for? It's not a segment on your show. What would be the point?
We watch you because it's our job.
We don't. Greg Butera watches you
We have
so that we don't have to. This is our job. You shouldn't be watching no RedBar. What are you getting out of that? Except
He's getting
mad.
hurt.
This is mad. Let's hear this big statement at the end.
This is the thing. I will say this again. Put this clip out. RedBar, I do. I watch sometimes, and I pity a pathetic man that has no life, never leaves his house, lives in a basement in Chicago.
Oh, dear.
Is married to some desperate, pathetic whore that everyone fucked, and then she's like, I'll take you, you drunk fucking, and I'm calling you a drunk. Drink that in. I'm calling you a drunk.
Hey,
What's
I
that?
have the same mug as him.
I love him.
You think he pays for our Patreon?
Yes! I hope he does. Do you understand that?
I'm actually
You-
a member
you
of
have to,
Scars
yeah?
Club. I bought a whole bunch of merch, and I love the show. I love watching it.
I will
I think
say-
it's great.
well,
I
I
know
will
we've
say
had
this.
our differences. I think he's really good.
I will pay him this compliment.
I'm a fan of his, and I'll tell you this. You're skating on thin ice. You keep doing this shit with Trinity, I'll move to Chicago and hang out with him. He's a nice broadcaster.
Wait.
Wow. What a clip there today. They're
I'm
also
hot around the collar. after
stealing
that
my
one.
bits here that they like me. I believe they do like RedBar. You don't
How
watch
could you
RedBar if you
not?
don't like it.
If
Come on.
you've watched more than 3 episodes of RedBar, you love it. There's no way around it.
You wouldn't be watching RedBar, especially if you're being, tortured on the show. How could you watch it if you didn't like it? So there it was. Wow, Gum Fridays. I still believe that Aaron Berg does kind of like the show. Don't you think so?
I think he does too.
He knows what's going on here as a man of many costumes and voices. Okay.
Geno is flat broke. Geno ain't got no money. Flat broke. He's always looking so damn crummy. Flat broke Geno. Ain't nobody think he's funny. He can't move out of the projects 'cause Geno is flat broke.